This is my tower garden. I don't put worm castings in there, but I have a Velvor tower system for worms. I have a box system here, and then this is the one I have Mimi's worms that I just got in the mail. And they seem to be doing quite fabulous. I put some worm chow in here. I wet this paper down and everything, and they were congregating down at one end in a worm ball, and I was like, what's going on? Wasn't no food down there, so this must be the end with no food. So there's an end with no food, and there's not very many. Whoop, look, I got a hitchhiker already. Already got a hitchhiker. He's like, hello, camera. So I was trying to see if I can see how much activity is going on. I have a lot of paper on top, but uh-oh, there they are. They're coming. See, there's about 3 or 4 of them right there. Right there. I got all kinds of activity going on in this bin. So I was just trying to show y'all the worms. If I get a worm ball again, I will make sure I put it up. Those are a couple of stragglers there. And I got paper, as you can see, and their living material, which evidently they love. There's one right there. Look at him. They trip me out when they're like this dark. But I think he just got poop all over him, so I'm gonna put him back to go down and hide. But I have all this paper in here, and I wet it down pretty good, as you can see. It's pairing up. Oh, look at there! Look at the activity going on. Look at the activity. So they like it right here. And I'm just waiting for them to break this down into worm castings. I had a whole bunch of them congregating. I'm trying to see if I can find another where I have a lot. Look at there, a baby. I haven't seen any, what do you call it? Cocoons, but I don't think I can see them because of all this other stuff I have in here. So I'm gonna have to wait till some of this stuff breaks down, and then I'll maybe be able to. This is the feeding end of the bin, so they're kind of scraggly down at that end. But let's see if they're down here. This is where I fed. I've been feeding them down at this end. Put paper towels in here. I've been putting lint in here. I don't know if I'm supposed to. If y'all don't think I should, let me know. I put lint in here. See them all over on the sides right there. I see ya. I see y'all on the sides. Stuck on the sides since I pulled it up. But they are all over. If someone sees a cocoon during my showing you what's in my worm bin, look at there. Look at there. They're in that living material. And there is life in this bin. I saw on I had put some fruit in here, and there was like a whole bunch of little red bugs or something. So I sprayed it down with some of my mosquito bit water, and I think that stuff may have been eaten now. I'm going to probably put some more down in here on this end of the bin. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna pause this thing because I have like, they have some food in here, but they don't have like, they got food all in the thing, but I don't have any I haven't put any food in here in a couple of days. So I'm going to go ahead and get some cantaloupe and stuff and watermelon and put it right there. It's gonna be frozen, so I'm gonna put it in there frozen and pause it. That's my frozen stuff that they're gonna get. I'm gonna put it inside of this. I don't have a tripod to set it up or anything like that, so I'm gonna pause again and I'll show you once I put it in the bin. So I put some cantaloupe and some watermelon inside the tube, and I put the tube inside of there. It's frozen, so that's going to add to the moisture of the bin, which I think it might already be moist enough. It's warm. It's not cold in there. When I feel it, it's not hot, but it's probably about 72 degrees. I got my thermometer. I'll check it in a minute. Matter of fact, let's do that real quick to see what this bin is peaking at, because I don't want it to get too hot or anything. So let's see. I'm gonna wipe my hands off on here because I want them to keep all their little critters and their little microbes in the bin. Hold on. Okay. I got it in there. I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see what it says. Also, my other bin over here, I have a avocado that was going bad. I'm going to put it in this bin. I'm going to probably, because I don't want to freeze anybody out, I'm going to move a little spot for it right here in this corner. I'm not going to put nobody around it. I'm just going to kind of move them over like that where they can get out away from it. Because I have worms all in this bin, and I don't want to freeze anybody out. I think they know how to get away from stuff if it's too cold or something. So I would think that they know how to get away. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave that right there, and I'm gonna check on it in an hour or two, see if it's thawed enough to where I can cover it, because I don't want it to start stinking. And I want to cut it, but it's frozen, so I can't cut it right now because it's frozen. But as you can see, there's plenty of activity in this bin too. They're all through it. And I need to start drying it out and start harvesting some castings, which that's my next thing. If anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. But this is my little worm farm. So I have these right here. I have a whole tower of worms over there. There are 4 active ones, I think. No, let me think. The 2 bottom ones, the 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4. 4 of them are active. The bottom one at the very bottom has nothing but paper in it, and it's pretty dry. But trying to make sure I ain't got no hitchhikers. Hold on. So I have my red wigglers in here. I have my tower garden right there. I have my water garden, my my worm tower, my tower garden, which has food, my lettuce, tomatoes, peppers, and stuff. Then I have this, which looks like it's at about 75, 77 in there, so that's pretty good. Not too hot, not too cold. I keep my house at 72. My air is at 72 all the time, so to make sure they keep cool, I was keeping them in the garage. When I first got worms, I was putting them in the garage, but I'm in Texas. I'm in Garland, Texas, and it was too hot. I mean, I was putting ice cubes on the top and everything. It was just way too hot in the garage. Even though I insulated it, I just didn't trust that my worms were going to live. So I made a spot over here by my tower garden. And so I have this big long bin. And this is where the Yersinia andrea live. This is where they live. And that's Yersinia fatina. I think that's how you say it, fatina. Red wrigglers, and this the Andreas are in here. So those two have red wrigglers, and this has Andreas. And then I have like cantaloupe frozen, and I have watermelon, and I have that messed up. I have some blackberries, blueberries or blackberries that went bad too. So I feed that to the worms. Whenever we get something, we don't eat it. It goes to the worms. But I also have a food cycler. And so all this is coffee grounds, food from here, food that we eat, eggshells and stuff. And also, this right here is a new one I made up. It has sunflower seed shells. It has pistachio seed shells in it. And what I did is I put it in my food cycler. I soaked the shells for about 24 hours, 48 hours, and then I put them in my food cycler to let them break up some more. And then I put them in my Vitamix to pulverize them, and that's going to be worm food. So I have that. I have this. This is the castings that I just got out today out of one of my tower garden. Not tower garden. Out of one of my worm things. I got this amount of castings. So I put them in a jar because I saw a lot of little bugs moving around in them. So I put them in here for now. I need to know what else I need to do to process them. But so I have that, and then I have to show you what all I'm using castings for. I'm gonna place you on pause. So I'm out here in the heat in Texas. This is my aloe plant. I've been putting the sticks up because it was falling over at one time. I think it's pretty steady. The roots are steady now, so I'll probably be okay. But that's my aloe. It looks like it's doing pretty good at first. I didn't know if I was going to be able to grow aloe. I have rosemary growing. I have another, I think that's a watermelon. I'm trying to grow watermelon. I have another one here, and that's a pepper plant. But now I have a big surprise for everyone. Looks like it wants to rain finally. But look, I have a greenhouse. A hoop house, they call them. I have one. I'm growing watermelon. The watermelon hadn't got no bigger than that because it's 100 degrees, been 100 degrees over there. And I have, as you can see, I have some pollinators in here. I have okra growing. This is peppermint sage. Now it looked better. My irrigation system had got messed up and it wasn't watering everything, so it kind of messed up. But I have some lavender, and this is hot and spicy oregano. Then I have mint, and I have beans, which I'm not quite sure. I got to give them some worm castings to see how they'll do. I have some more okra growing back here, as you can see. I got red ones, and then I have some peppers that I'm trying to grow. And then this is a wild plant honey. I don't know. It's going everywhere, so I'm just kind of trying to move it out the way and This is another. I have some tomatoes in here, mint, basil. This is a cucumber that I'm trying to bring back from the dead. I'm gonna give it some worm castings. This is a cantaloupe that I'm trying to see if I'm gonna get any cantaloupes. I got some beets trying to grow. I have another pepper plant growing. So I have a lot of stuff trying to grow. And as you can see, I have green stalks as well. I have one green stalk. I broke it into two because I didn't think it would. If it stood up in here, it would probably break or fall. So I got two. And so I have this one here, part two stand here, and then I have the three over here that's on the base that I can twirl. And like I said, I have mint, and I think this is like a basil or something. Then I have peppers that I'm trying to grow around here. So what I want to grow now is some cabbage and stuff, but I got my little pollinator in here, as you can see. And that is my garden. So as you can see, all those worm castings, I have a lot of stuff I can use worm castings on. I need to see there's a way I can probably use and I got potatoes out here, and they're probably about ready for me to pull them out. And pull this out of here. And this. That, but I have potatoes in there, and which I'm going to be going through to see if they're ready. And I have my outdoor compost bin that I put paper and food scraps and it looks like it wants to rain. But here is, make sure that's on there good. And that's my little garden. I will be posting this. I know I have to do some editing to it because I'm not a person that knows how to video, as you can see. So I'll have to edit this because I don't want to look as bad as I am. So as far as editing my videos. And I got water. All these are filled with rainwater. I don't know if they're viable anymore because they've been sitting out here, but they're all stuffed with rainwater. And I have a pump thing to pump them out with, but they're all stuffed with rainwater. But I'm not quite sure if they are going to be any good because they've just been sitting out here in this heat. So, anybody got any suggestions for that? Because I don't have a system to keep the water circulating in them. But, okay, that's my farm. My little home garden. So I'll put that in there. As you can see on the outside, I will review it in a couple of days and see how they're doing. And as you also know, I put that avocado in there, so I'm gonna see how they're doing. And that's all the food scraps and stuff with coffee grounds and eggshells and coffee ground eggshells, food scraps that I get from here. Anything we're cooking, if I have like stuff from my food, I put it in there. I just blended up some stuff today. Like I said, I've been eating pistachios, so I soaked them to get the salt off. And sunflower seeds, I like those too. So I soaked them both, get the salt off, and then I put them in the thing for them to break it down in the food cycler. And that's my little garden, y'all. And I don't have a lot of problems with gnats. I've seen a few, but not horrible. I was growing mushrooms at one time, and I had these fruit flies that were driving me crazy. So I know now the mosquito bits would keep them at bay. So at this point, I'm good. I'm gonna probably do mushrooms again, and I got the answer for the fruit flies. But anyway, yeah, or fungus gnats, fungus gnat. That's what it is, fungus gnat. If y'all have any questions or if you got any suggestions, I'm going to edit this video and put it up. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, and please help me with my garden.